How are you everyone, sir? Are you fine?
স্যার আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো স্যার আপনি কেমন আছেন?
Fine so far. I'm okay so far. Okay, anyway.
স্যার আপনি কি ক্যাম্পাস থেকে ক্লাস নিচ্ছেন স্যার?
Yes, sir. I'm inside the campus right now. I'm
স্যার
inside the
আমাদের কি
classroom.
স্যার ক্যাম্পাসে ক্লাস হওয়ার কোনো সম্ভাবনা আছে স্যার?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Whenever we get the green signal from the UGC and the government, the campus will be open for all the students. But when we get the green signal, that's the condition. And we don't know when we should get the signal. Am I clear? Do you have any lab this semester? Do you have any lab?
নো স্যার।
That- so if you have any lab, you should start looking for the house, Dhaka, or the mess in Dhaka. Because labs must be held in the laboratory, is not it? Okay, anyway. What was the topics we started in the class? Can you tell me? You hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe that is for the network issue. Uh, I don't know why the network is disturbing. Maybe because it was raining. So, are you observing my screen? Is the screen
No,
visible?
sir. Blank.
No,
জি
sir.
স্যার।
Not yet.
বুঝতে পারছি
No,
স্যার।
sir. Black
Not.
screen.
Okay, let me check again.
Sir, shop teacher is a network.
Yes, because the teachers are inside getting the same network. Everyone is facing the same issue probably. Uh, so is the screen visible?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
নো স্যার।
No,
No,
sir.
sir. It's still black screen.
Okay. And let me restart the devices. I don't know what the issue. So just wait a second. I don't know what is happening. So just wait a second. Let me restart my laptop, okay?
Okay, sir.
Maybe the update happened to the teams. I mean, why they're making so many updates every day? Okay, so could you remember what in last class? What was the topic of our last class?
স্যার ডিফারেন্ট টাইপের স্যার পাওয়ার প্ল্যান্ট নিয়ে স্যার পড়িয়েছিলেন স্যার, যে কোন পাওয়ার প্ল্যান্টে স্যার কি টাইপের ফুয়েল ইউজ করা হয় বা কোনটা সাশ্রয়ী স্যার, এগুলো পড়িয়েছিলেন স্যার।
Let's start with basic. We just the overview of the PowerPoint power plants in Bangladesh. It get some idea about what going on in Bangladesh. We studied a little bit about which words are used, which the fuel.
স্যার কথা খুবই কেটে আসতেছে
স্যার
স্যার,
কথা
কিছু
কেটে
বুঝতে
কেটে আসছে
পারতেছি
স্যার।
না।
স্যার আপনার কথা ক্লিয়ার আসতেছে না স্যার।
Okay, let me restart the device. Okay, wait a second. Okay, wait a second. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it better than the previous session? I mean, the previous few minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what about the screen? Are you observing the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible, sir. Visible.
Okay, good. So I'm sharing my slides. Are you observing it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what is written on the slides? Will someone please tell me?
Sir, transmission lines.
Transmission lines. Okay. So today we are going to be introduced with the transmission lines and the very basics of the transmission lines. What are the parameters of any transmission lines? Actually, the transmission line parameters are resistors, inductors, and capacitors. And we are also going to study a little bit about the transmission line modeling. Okay. So the transmission line, actually, we are going to study about the preliminaries. Actually, generators and loads are connected together through the transmission lines, which transport the electrical power from one place to another. You know, the power plants are not inside the Dhaka city. Is there any power plant inside the Dhaka city? Actually, no, there is no power plant inside the Dhaka city. Even if you think about your village or your town, the power plants are not nearby to your house, is not it? So these electrical powers are generated far away from the consumers. So to transfer this electrical energy from the source to the consumer, definitely we need the transmission lines. So actually generators or loads are connected together through the transmission lines, which transport the electrical power from the generator to the consumers. Now the transmission line must take power from the generators, transmit it to the location where it will be used, and then this power will be distributed to the individual consumers. So the transmission, basically, there are distinct difference between transmission and distribution. Actually, distribution is the, what should I say? In a simple way, distribution is the last end where the consumers are connected. But before coming to the distribution network, the power must be transmitted from the source towards the destination, and that line is called the transmission line. Okay. Uh, Sometimes please give me some feedback, or otherwise I will be confused whether I'm online or not. Okay, please give me some feedback time to time. Otherwise, I would not understand if I am offline. Am I online now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. So the transmission line must have the power capability. That is, not all the transmission line can carry any amount of power. It has the capability, it has the restriction, it has the capacity. So the power capability of a transmission line is proportional to the square of the voltage of the line. What does it mean? The power capability of a transmission line is proportional to the square of the voltage on the line.
হ্যালো স্যার, ভয়েস শোনা যাচ্ছে না তো।
হ্যালো স্যার, শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
The power, do you know this formula? Power is equals to P is equals to V into I, or power is equals to V square divided by R, or it is I square multiplied by R.
Sir,
Am I
yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the power capability of a transmission line is proportional to the square of the voltage of the line. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, very high voltage levels are used to transmit power over long distances. Once the power reaches the area where it will be used, it is stepped down to a lower voltages in distribution substations and then delivered to the customers through distribution lines. Once again, first of all, if you think about the generator produces the electricity, produces the electrical power, then they are stepped up. Step-up transformers are used to increase the voltage. After increasing the voltage, they are transmitted through the transmission line. They are transmitted through the transmission line. After the transmission line, it comes to the user end. At the user end, we use the step-down transformer to reduce the voltage level, and then they are distributed using the distribution substation, and the distribution substation usually have the step down transformer. Okay, so that is the simple configuration of any power transmission and distribution system. I hope you have clear idea about these things. Now let's proceed. Now, this kind of transmission lines are highly visible. Have you ever seen this kind of transmission line? Ever?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, the difference is the difference between the first figure and the figure number 2. What are the differences? Can you tell me? So here, this is the dual 345 kilovolt transmission line. Definitely, they are three-phase system. So on the left side, that is the first line. Similarly, on the right side, these are the second line. Okay, and on the top, there is the neutral line. So you can just say this is the phi 1A, phase 1A, maybe the phase 2A. This is the phase 3A. On the other hand, maybe this is the phase to phase 1B. This is the phase 2B. This is the phase 3B. So there are dual transmission line system on the left figure, and on the right figure, if you check properly, how many lines are over here? 1, 2, and the 3. So this is the phase 1 maybe, that's the phase 2, that's the phase 3. Are clear, sir? Now this
Yes, sir.
transmission line has a special thing, which is it has no ground wear. It has no ground wear. So whenever there is no ground wear, so is it Dale connection or Y connection?
Why, sir?
Everyone is are you clear about the Dale and Y?
Sir, Dell connection, sir.
So in the Y connection, there must be a ground wear.
Hello,
But in
sir.
the Dale connection,
Sir.
do you need the ground connection
Sir,
always?
clear, sir. Hello, sir. হ্যালো স্যার
Yes, sir.
স্যার একটু ক্লিয়ার করবেন স্যার আসলে বুঝতে পারিনি স্যার নেটওয়ার্ক চলে গিয়েছিল
The thing is, are you clear about the delta connection and the Y connection? In your DCSC course, have you studied the delta and Y?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the difference between delta and Y? The difference is in the delta connection, we do not need the ground connection, is not it? That's a three-phase transmission line. So in the three-phase transmission line, without the ground connection is definitely the delta connection. But if it is a three-phase connection with the ground wire, that is obviously the four-wire Y connection. Am I clear about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
স্যার আরেকবার বললে স্যার ভালো হয় স্যার।
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about the delta? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
In the delta connection, do you need the ground? Think about the delta. In the delta, do you need the
sir.
ground?
No, sir. No, sir.
Between A, B, and C, do you need the ground? No. But what about the Y connection? In the Y connection, maybe there is the A, B, and C, and the common point is connected to the ground. So the Y connection is a three-phase, four-wire system. Three-phase, four-wire system. Is not it? On the other hand, the delta connection, this is definitely three-phase, three-wire system. Delta connection is three-phase, three-wire system. Okay, actually in the long transmission line, the general concept is when the transmission line is long and whenever it is a high voltage transmission line, the delta system is applied. The delta transmission system is applied. Why? Because in such a case, we do not need an extra wire. Do you need the fourth wire? If it is a delta connection, do you need a fourth wire? No.
No,
So
sir.
whenever there is no fourth wire, the costing will be lower. So whenever we have a high voltage long transmission line, we avoid the Y connection. We try to connect the delta connection. Why? Because
Why?
the delta has the Y is connected specially to the distribution system, to the distributor end. Okay, at the distribution end, the Y is connected because when we are thinking about the single phase connection, so for the single phase, we need the voltage difference of any line with respect to the ground. So that should be the first phase voltage. Is not it? First phase voltage means the voltage difference between first line and the neutral wire. The second phase voltage means second voltage in the second line with respect to the neutral. Third phase, voltage in the third line with respect to the neutral. It seems you forgot everything. That's not good. Okay, let me show you something else. Just a second. Okay, so I hope from your AC course you can remember what is the Y connection and what is the delta connection. So Y connection means this kind of connection is called the Y kind of connection, is not it? Here we have a common point. That common point is the neutral, maybe A, maybe B, maybe C. So the voltage here, EAN, EBN, and ECN are the phase voltages. So what are the phase voltages? What are the phase voltages? EAN, sorry, capital A, EAN, EBN, ECN. They are the phase voltages. If the phase voltage is EP angle 0 degree, then the second one should be EP angle minus 120 degree.
Minus 120.
And third one is EP angle minus 240 degree. So that means whenever we are taking the voltage across these 2 points, it is called the phase voltage. But if we take the voltage across 2 transmission lines, that is in between A and B, that should be the line voltage. So what is the line voltage or line voltages? The line voltages should be EAB, that is the voltage difference between point A and the B. EAB, then EBC, then ECA. So comparing with the phase voltage, we know line voltage is √3 times of EP and it leads the phase voltage by 30 degree. Similarly, √3 times of EP minus 90 degree. √3 times of EP minus 210 degrees. So far you're clear?
Sir, what
Yes,
about
sir.
the splits, sir? The angles, sir.
Angle.
Sir, I don't understand the angles, sir.
The angle difference is 120. That's true. So just check 30 minus 90. What's the angle difference? 30 degree minus 90 degree. So what is the angle difference?
So 120 degrees.
120.
120
In the
degrees.
similar way, in between second and third one, minus 90 degree minus 210 degree. What is the angle difference?
120.
So, but the phase for the line voltage, you know, for the Y connected system, line voltage leads the phase voltage by 30 degree. I think you have studied these things in the AC course. So in the line voltage, leads the phase voltage by 30 degree. The phase angle is 0 degree. So with respect to the 0 degree, the line voltage is leading by 30 degree. With respect to the second phase voltage minus 120, the second line voltage is leading by 30 degrees. So minus 120 plus 30 is minus 90. Comparing with the minus 240 plus 30 is minus 210 degrees. So these are the phase voltages and the line voltages. Okay, now think about your transmission system. suppose you want to deliver the power which is generated from the generators to the load. Suppose this is your generator connected in Y. This is the Y connected generator. You want to supply this current or the power towards the load. Then what should you do? You have to supply it through the transmission line, is not it? So if it is the Y connected system, you know there will be a fourth wire connected between the neutral lines, is not it? So this kind of system is called the three-phase four-wire system. Three-phase four-wire system, and this three-phase four-wire system is for Y connected system. When the system is Y connected, then we need three-phase four-wire system. So the left side is the generator. From the generator, current will flow to the load. On the right side, we have the load. On the left side, we have the generator. And we know in our real time, most of the generators are connected in three phases. Am I clear, sir? Now, can you remember these points? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So that's the phase A, phase B, phase C. In the similar way, that's the small b, small a, and the small c. Okay, so that is for the Y connected system. What about the Dale connected system? Let me talk about the Dale system. What happens in the Dale? So in the Dale, you know, the phase of the generators are like these. First phase, second one, and the third phase. So this is point A, point B, point C. This is the first phase voltage EAB. This is the second phase voltage EVC, and the third phase voltage ECA. So what are the phase voltages? The phase voltages for Dale connected systems are EAB, EVC, and the ECA. The first phase voltage may be EP angle 0 degree. The second one will be EP angle minus 120. The third one should be EP angle minus 240 degrees. But for Dale connected system, there is a simple thing, which is the phase voltage and line voltages are equal. The phase voltages and line voltages for the Dale systems are equal. What is the line voltage? The line voltage is the voltage difference between two transmission lines. So if we think about the transmission lines towards the load, so what should be the line voltage? Definitely EAB. In between B and C, definitely EBC. And in between C and A, definitely ECA. So what do we find? We find out for Dale connected system, the phase voltage and line voltages are same. Could you remember?
Yes, sir.
Only one person remembered?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now just tell me, just tell me, in this Dale connected system, do we need any fourth wire?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay.
No, sir.
We do not need any fourth wire for delta connected system, and it is beneficial for us because whenever we have to think about the long transmission line, suppose you are thinking about a 500 kilometer long transmission line. So if you have to build up an extra neutral line for 500 kilometers, it will cost a lot, is not it? Cost will rise. So
Yes, sir.
to avoid the cost, what we do for long transmission line, we use the delta combination. But for distribution, for the distribution system or the distribution end, basically we use the Y combination. And the question is, sir, how can we do that? It is also very simple. We use the delta Y transformer. We use the delta Y transformer. So when we use the transformer to step down, we use the del to Y transformer. So using the del Y transformer, we can easily convert the delta connected system to the equivalent Y connected system. It is extremely simple. Okay, now question is, why we need Y in the distribution end? In the distribution end, we are talking about the single phase transmission voltage. We are talking about the single phase voltage. If you think about your home, is it three-phase connection or a single phase connection?
So single phase.
Single piece, sir.
So
Single
whenever
phase.
you have a single phase, it means you must have a high voltage and you must have a neutral point, is not it?
Yes, sir.
So in a
Yes.
single phase voltage, you must have a high voltage point and you must have a neutral point. So for the distribution end, we use the Y connected system. Why? Because whenever we are using the Y, we can give different connection to the different zones. Maybe in the Kuratuli zone, phase A. Maybe in the Boshundara zone, phase B. Maybe in the Kuril road, phase C. So the whole long transmission line is distributed three different combinations. One is the phase A, one another is the phase B, another is the phase C. Okay. So in the transmission line, as because the transmission line needs a heavy wire, and for the heavy wires, definitely the price of the wire will be increased with extra wiring. So we try to avoid extra cost, and for avoiding the extra cost, the neutral line is prohibited or neutral line is omitted. And when the neutral line is omitted, basically that would be the delta transmission system. But in the distribution end, we need the single phase voltage, and for the single phase voltage, we know Y connection system is a better thing. And how to convert this delta connection to the Y connection? By the use of del Y transformer. If we just use the del Y transformer, we can easily convert the delta connection to the Y connection or Y connection to the delta connection. Am I clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
স্যার তাহলে এই ক্ষেত্রে স্যার হচ্ছে ডেল ওয়াই ট্রান্সফরমার ইচ কেসটা কিরকম হবে?
It's very simple. Del, the connection, the primary side it will be del, and in the secondary side it will be Y. Simple as that.
স্যার মানে নিউট্রাল লাইনটা কি স্যার কাট করতে পারবো স্যার, নিউট্রাল যে লাইনটা?
Yeah, definitely. So for the primary side it would be del. For the secondary side, just try to imagine something like this. This is the secondary side. For the secondary side, there is another wire which is connected over here. So is not it Y connected system? The primary side is the del. Just imagine the secondary side. For the secondary side, it is the N. This is the A. This is the B, and that's the C. Is not it the Y combination?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That is the simple way to convert the del to the Y. Clear?
Yes, sir.
জি স্যার বুঝতে পারছি স্যার। স্যার তাহলে জি স্যার বুঝতে পারছি স্যার।
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
নো স্যার।
Okay.
স্যার
Yes, sir.
স্যার অন্য একটা কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল, করব?
Sure.
স্যার আমরা যে ওই এত ভোল্টেজের স্যার হায়ার ভোল্টেজের ইলেকট্রিসিটি সাপ্লাই করি স্যার, আলটিমেটলি স্যার সেটাকে আবার রিডিউস করে বাসা বাড়িতে ইউজের জন্য স্যার সেটাকে রিডিউস করা হয় স্যার, কেন তাহলে আমরা স্যার সেই রিডিউসড ফর্মটাই সাপ্লাই করি না স্যার?
Right. Why we do not use it, right? Okay. Uh, uh, just a second, please. Do you know the relation between current and voltage?
Yes sir. E equal to IR sir. Yes sir.
Okay. And what is power? I square into R, right? So the point is, when the transmission line current increases, the power drop also increases. Whenever you transmit the current through the transmission line, when the current increases, when the current value increases, the power dropped in the transmission line or the power loss in the transmission line also increases. Do you understand that? So
Yes sir.
if you can reduce the amount of current, just check, if you can reduce the amount of current, then the power transmission line will be reduced as well, which is a complete loss. Power loss in the transmission line will be reduced. So to reduce the current, what can I do? We can increase the voltage. Just check. To reduce the current for the same system, the system is becoming same. Power, delivered power, suppose 10 megawatt. 10 megawatt could be 50 volts multiplied by 2 sorry, suppose 10 watts. Suppose take a simple example. Suppose we have a transmission line, suppose which is 100 watt. So 100 watt could be 50 volts into 2 ampere, or 100 watts could be 100 volts into 1 ampere. Which one is better? If you think about the long transmission line, which one is better? Higher the current, higher the power loss. So should we use the higher current system or lower current system?
Sir, lower current system sir.
Lower current.
Some idea? Because the power loss in the transmission line can be calculated like I square into R. It is mainly the I square into R. It is mainly the resistance. Each and every material has some resistance, you know. And whenever the current is increasing, the power loss is basically, it is becoming square of current. It is becoming square of current. Okay. Suppose the resistance is 10 ohm. Resistance is 10 ohm. So for the second one, when the current is 1 ampere, what should be the loss? What should be the loss? 1 square into 10. So it would be 10 watt. Is not it? The 10 ohm, just try to imagine the current is becoming 2 ampere. So what would be the loss? 2 square into 10. So what should be the loss?
20 sir.
Huh? 20? The
Sir,
current is
40
becoming
sir.
2.
Sorry sir. 40.
So is it a good thing or bad thing? The power loss, is it a good thing or bad thing for us?
It's a bad thing sir.
So what should we do? Should we increase the power loss or decrease the power loss?
Sir, decrease power loss.
So if we want to decrease the power loss, we need high current or low current?
Low current.
Low current. So when we need the low current, so voltage should be higher or lower?
Sir, voltage higher sir.
Why higher? The power.
স্যার ভোল্টেজ প্রপোর্শনাল না স্যার?
No, sir. No, sir. Power is equals to voltage multiplied by current. Is not it? So
Yes, sir.
when the current is becoming lower, the voltage must be higher. When the current is becoming lower, the voltage must be higher. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Suppose 200 watts. So 200 watts could be 1 ampere into 200 volts, or could be 100 volts into 2 ampere. So if the current increases, the voltage also decreases, or the current decreases, the voltage must be increases. So for reducing the power loss, what is the target? The target is lowering the current. And for lowering the current, what should be the voltage? Voltage should be increased. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, now let's talk about other things, other preliminary things. There are two types of transmission line possible. One is the overhead transmission line, which are familiar to us. Another one is the underground or buried transmission line. So each one has the positive thing, each one has some negative effect. So the overhead transmission line is easily repairable. You know, whenever there is a fault, you can detect the fault easily and you can repair it also easily. But the underground transmission line, the fault detection is very difficult, definitely. And as because the fault detection is difficult, it is a very difficult thing to understand where is the fault, and repairing is also very difficult. And also underground cable has another problem, that is we cannot just use the naked cable, we have to use the insulated cables. Do you understand the meaning of that? If you think about the three-phase transmission line,
Yes,
overhead transmission line, we see that the wires are hanging, and these wires are bare or naked wire, is not it? There is no insulation above the wire. But if you think about the ground connection, can you use the normal wires? Definitely no.
No.
You need to think about pressure of the soil. You have to think about the water situation, that is the water and moisture. If it is not fully covered, first of all, it will be short circuited, and then again, if it is connected, if it is covered but not well covered, then what would happen? Moisture will enter the wire, and ultimately corrosion will take place, and definitely it will be harmful for the cable. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages of overhead transmission line and the underground transmission line. But underground transmission line has advantages also. That is, for the underground transmission line, actually there is a very little amount of chance of stealing the electricity. That is, you cannot just connect the wires and short circuit conditions or the fault conditions will be lowered. The underground has some advantages, but they are definitely costly. Okay, so these are the very basics of the overhead transmission line and the underground transmission line. Now, the overhead transmission line usually consists of three conductors or bundles of conductors containing the three phases of the power system. Okay, overhead transmission line with three phases. Each and every line is maintained, or each and every lines are built up using the bundles of conductors. Just check this graph, check this one. Basically, In Bangla, you can just imagine, just like it's called the beni, chuler beni ache na? So the overhead transmission lines are made of individual conductors connected in that beni kind of shape. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now question is, sir, why? Why it is needed? Why we do not use a heavy radius wire, or why you cannot use a higher radius wire? The problem is, if we use a heavy wire, that is a single strand wire, it is called the strand. The each and every one is the strand, STRA and the strand. There are 6 or 7 strands over here. Okay, there are 6 or 7 strands over here. So when there are multiple strands, the mechanical strength will increase. The mechanical strength will increase of the cable. But if you think about a normal single strand means, have you ever seen the Gunnar wire bole jetake? Gunnar tar, have you ever seen that? So that is a single strand wire. If you just press some, if you just give the push, then what will happen? It will be extended, is not it? And ultimately it will be broken down. So for making the overhead transmission line rigid and strong, basically multiple strands of cables are used. Therefore, these are called the aluminum cable, steel reinforced cable. Steel reinforced means basically they are made of aluminum cables, but inside the aluminum cable there is a steel wire around which the aluminum cables are connected. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Once again, the overhead transmission line is usually made of ACSR, aluminum cable, steel reinforced. Steel reinforced means the steel wire must be inside the aluminum cables, and around the steel wire, the bunch of strands should be connected. These are aluminum, and inside the aluminum, there is the steel cable. Okay? So aluminum wires are wrapped around the core. Okay, so that is the usual construction of the overhead transmission line wires. Am I clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the another thing is, whenever the transmission lines are connected to the poles, can we connect it directly to the poles? Is it possible? Just try to imagine you have connected the
Sir, possible na? Sir,
it is not
possible na,
possible. It is not possible. Can you just connect the wire over here? No. Why? Why it is not possible? Anyone?
Sir, the pole
পোলের মধ্যে স্যার ইলেকট্রিক শর্ট লাগে
Basically, poles are connected to the ground, so that is neutral. Is not it? The poles generally made of iron or steel, so they are connected to the ground. Therefore, that is the neutral terminal, we can just understand, or that's the ground terminal. If we just connect the wire directly to the poles, then it will be short-circuited condition. Is not it? So to avoid the short-circuit conditions, what we do, we use the insulator discs. These are called the insulator discs. Insulator discs. Okay. So discs are connected in series. They are hang from the pole or a tower, and on the bottom side of the insulator disc, the wires are connected. Do you get the idea? Once again, let me clear them. This is the pole. In the pole, there are insulator discs. Through the insulator discs, basically current will not flow, and therefore the transmission line, the main line, should be connected through the insulator disc to the pole. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
And if you just check the construction of the insulator discs, they are made of ceramic. They are generally made of ceramics. So these ceramic discs are hanging from the pole, and as because they are hanging from the pole, basically they make the isolation between the ground and the transmission line. Okay, sir? Any question from here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now there are few simple points you need to remember. So the whole one is the tower, right? The whole structure is called the tower. So I believe you can easily understand which one is the tower. There are insulators. Are you clear about the insulator now? Or the insulator discs? Okay. So you're clear about the insulator discs. You're clear about the tower. Are you clear about the conductors? Definitely. Conductors are the main thing which carries the electricity. So you're clear about the conductors. Now, another thing is there are some damper. There are some damper and there will be some cross arms. So what is the cross arms? So this is the mechanical body which is connected to the pole and make the separation from the pole through which the discs are hanged. Okay. There remain some spacers. So what's the function of the spacers? Anyone? What are the function of the spacers? To maintain the distance between these two conductors, right? They make sure that those two conductors are not connected to each other. Again, on the upper side, there is the earth wire. Always remember the earth wires are connected to the upper side. Okay. Dampers are kind of spring kind of something which just consumes or which just which are used to reduce the vibration, or which are used to reduce the movement of the cables. Okay. So in addition to the phase conductors, a transmission line usually includes one or two steel wires called ground wires. These wires are electrically connected to the tower and to the ground and therefore are at ground potential. The large transmission line, in large transmission line, these wires are located above the phase conductors, shielding them from the lightning. Now the question is, sir, why the earth wires are connected at the top? Do you understand why? What is the reason? The reason is whenever there is a thunderstorm or whenever there is a lightning, then what would happen? The lightning should strike through the earth wire and through the body, it will go, extra current will go towards the ground. Do you understand why the ground wire is connected above?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. স্যার আরেকবার রিপিট করবেন স্যার, নেটওয়ার্কে প্রবলেম হয়েছিল স্যার, শুনতে পাইনি।
Okay. Usually, if you think about any pole, if you think about the electrical poles, the ground or neutral line is connected above. The neutral line is connected above. This is the neutral line. Why the neutral line is connected above the normal transmission line or normal conductors? Any idea? It is because whenever there is a lightning means what? Vajrapat. Huh? Whenever there is some lightning, what will happen? It will be connected to the neutral wire, and basically neutral wire is connected to the ground. So the extra electrons, extra current will flow towards the ground, and it will not hamper the transmission system. So therefore, during the lightning, it will help to reduce the fault condition. Do you understand?
স্যার খাম্বার মতো এগুলোতে ওই স্যার ওই যে নিচের দিকে ট্রান্সমিশন লাইন লাগানো থাকে স্যার, নিউট্রাল লাইন।
Sorry. Once again.
স্যার এটা তো হচ্ছে আপনার ওই যে টাওয়ার, ওই যে স্যার খাম্বার
Right.
মতো ওগুলাতে নিচে কি স্যার নিউট্রাল লাইন লাগানো থাকে?
Usually they are connected at the bottom side. Okay. So let's take a break. Okay, let's take a break for a few minutes, then we will start again. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.